She says that you guys kissed on the stage, or like behind the curtain on the stage. She says that happened. She said that happened one time.
A teacher at a school for students with special needs sitting in an interrogation room accused of sex crimes involving one of his own students.
I promise you nothing happened at school.
Okay. Why would she say that?
I don't know.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Ryan Cunningham was a teacher at a school for students with special educational needs, but that has changed. In February 2026, police in Montgomery, Ohio, that's a bedroom community of Cincinnati, received a report that Cunningham had had an inappropriate relationship with a student years earlier. It was February 24th when Cunningham went to the police department voluntarily to answer some questions.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm sure it was a night for you after getting
night, everything. Everything was just...
Yeah, so we can get this out of the way. So first and foremost, like I told you on the phone, you're not coming here to get arrested. Okay. You're not. There's no warrants. You're going to walk right back out that door at any point you want. You can even walk out the door right now. I'm not going to stop you. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no charge against you. This is what's called a consensual, like basically encounter where we're just going to discuss things, and then you're going to go on your way. Even if you were to sit here and tell me that you sold a kilo of cocaine on your way here, you don't get arrested today. Nothing you say today is going to result in you get arrested, aside from murder. Don't confess to a murder while we're here. So aside from that. So, long story short, obviously something came to us that said that there was something going on involving you, okay, and you and some students. And now, apparently, I'm going to be contacted later today by a student that I don't know who it is. I don't know what she has, but some student is going to come, or former student, I'm assuming, is going to come forward today and bring me a bunch of stuff. Don't know who this person is. I've just been told it's coming. Okay. So maybe I should have waited to interview until later, but I just wanted to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, apparently Skyward Academy, how long has that been there?
I moved here 8 years ago, and it's been in that same church building for 8 years. I know it was existing before I was even here.
We always thought those were little kids there.
No, they're middle school and high school. We go from 4th grade to seniors.
Okay.
And then we used to have a launch pad that they would age out at 22, but we got rid of that launch pad.
Okay, so it's kids with like learning disabilities and stuff?
Yeah, autism, stuff like that.
Gotcha, okay. And you've been there 8 years?
I think this is my 8th year, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
At that time, Cunningham was a teacher at Skyward Academy, a school for children with special educational needs. He taught science.
In today's world, when it comes to teaching, when I was in school, there were no cell phones, there was no social media. Do you share social media and do you share cell phones with students?
No, I do not.
Okay.
So the only student I've gave my number to is Jay, but he left, graduated from another school, and that is it.
Okay.
I made the mistake one time my first year, gave my number to, they called him President John Nab, but that was my first year. I didn't understand, like, they didn't have, like, regulations where, like, he would FaceTime me every day, so I ended up blocking him.
Okay.
But no information is dispersed. I've, like, changed everything, like, social media since I started teaching here to private, or I've deleted every, because they always are asking, can I have your number? Can I have everything?
Right. I honestly, I would have thought that teachers now do share that.
No.
That's what I expected.
No.
So that wasn't like a trick question or anything.
No,
I really just thought that. Okay. All right. Well, I can tell you that the student that came in yesterday apparently saved every single thing that you and her ever had a conversation about.
Okay.
Screenshots and everything. Okay. And some of it includes your phone number.
Okay.
She gave me your phone number and said, I don't know if this is still a good number or not, but it was a 740 area code or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I, of course, as a detective, we can look up certain things. So I ran you through a system, and I went, well, the phone number's still the same. But she had your phone number. Okay. She had screenshots of messages between you two. She had screenshots of Instagram, screenshots of Snapchat, and stuff like that. Okay. So I'm going to say there's at least one more student that had your stuff.
Okay.
Now, aside from her, is there any other female students that have ever had your stuff?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. The way this reads is And I can tell you, guy to guy,
Yeah.
she's coming on to you. From what I've read already, I can tell you, and I'm not through everything yet, because she dumped a lot on me. And to the point where at first I was taking screenshots, like taking pictures of her phone with my phone, and I finally said, how many of these do we have? Just email them to me, okay? And then she just did a big dump. I mean, just sent me a drive, basically. But the way these read is, to me, she's coming on to you, okay? And you, in your defense, say, we need to wait till graduation, that kind of thing.
Running a business is tough enough, but why make it harder doing things manually or relying on dozens of apps that don't talk to each other? That's where our sponsor, Odoo, comes in. Odoo is an all-in-one business management platform with a full suite of integrated apps that seamlessly connect all of your operations, from sales and accounting to manufacturing and even shipping. Odoo can automatically generate professional, sleek-looking sales orders, invoices, and vendor bills. And it can automatically assign sales teams, send email updates through each sales stage, and even use AI to pull reports that help with your decision-making. For manufacturing, their apps can sync inventory with real-time production and purchase updates so you never run out of stock. And when it comes time for accounting, that's also fully automated. Odoo can create invoices, track expenses, and even summarize data with AI to save you hundreds of hours. The best part? You can choose your apps and even build custom workflows, so it's all fully tailored to your business's needs. Take your business to the next level by consulting with an Odoo expert today for free at odoo.com/crimefix. That's odoo.com/crimefix. Now, the detective seems to be building a rapport with Ryan Cunningham. The discussion continues.
So yeah, I mean, we did talk. Now that you bring that up, we did talk, but like.
And did you talk on Instagram and Snapchat?
No, I haven't had Instagram in a while.
Maybe on Instagram, maybe she just saw that you were viewing her stories or whatever, not stories, but viewing her stuff. And keep in mind, this was 3 to 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what causes walk into the police department on February 23rd, 2026. I don't have an answer to that, okay?
Because they're the same people that followed me to my babysitter's house.
Okay, tell me about that. Tell me about that.
A year ago, they came.
And you say they. Who's they?
It's some dude, a boyfriend, I don't know.
Okay, of hers?
I would assume, I don't know. But they followed me to the babysitter's house, and then we went to Batavia's police department and filed a report there, and then they said nothing, like, you know.
They actually filed a report there too?
Yeah, I wonder if I still have it. Because I know I still have the gentleman's number. I came in here the next morning to.
You came into our police department?
Yeah, so the incident happened April 9th.
Of what year?
Last year. Yeah, that's the whole file.
If you don't mind, I'll take a look at that. Union Township?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it will. Because I tried to send it to the officer here, but it was not allowing that transition or whatever.
Any idea why they were following you?
No.
How did you know they were following you?
Well, the dude got outside. When I went to pick up my kid, the guy got outside of his car and confronted me, saying he wanted to handle it like men or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I filed that, and the police said that it was over or whatever.
Yeah, I'll call you. Is there a report number on here?
I think there is.
The allegations in this case go back to 2021, and that comes up in the conversation with the detective.
Have you ever heard of the law of grooming or anything like that?
I've heard that word.
Okay. Well, grooming is basically when an adult or a teacher basically takes a juvenile and they're kind of like, I don't know, steering them towards like maybe either sexual activity with them or something like that. What's good for you is grooming became a law last year. Grooming is not a law in, 2021 and 2023. Grooming doesn't exist. Okay, so I don't believe grooming is on the table. So there's a lot in these text messages that I don't know if they constitute a crime. I truly don't know. But there are things in these text messages that I think, and you can probably admit this, where you may have went a little bit past the boundary. You should have gone to the teacher.
I would agree.
So in some of these text messages, and I printed out a couple. Like I said, she saved everything. And in these texts, there's a lot where you basically tell her not to say these.
Yeah.
You tell her, like, because I'm sure this could probably screw you up in professional.
Yeah.
What's up with the fake account, the fake Snapchat?
She told me if she wanted to talk, and that would be the best way to do it.
To do through a fake one?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, there's one here where, she even throws out there that I had a dream about you and stuff like that, which, again, that's her talking, that's her doing that. But then, you say, just know after graduation, we can actually text and talk without care. I'm all about that kind of thing. You talk about kissing on the stage. Do you remember that incident?
No, we never did that. We were, students are never allowed to be alone with.
Well, there's a time where you mentioned to her, it's, what's it called? She called it something. Fun Friday? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, every Friday we have a Fun Friday.
Okay. It was, hey, go behind the curtain and act like you're looking for a board game.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Okay, so what happened there?
No, nothing.
Okay. Well, she says you guys kissed, and there's something in here that leads me to believe that happened too.
No.
Okay, so you don't think you kissed her that day?
No.
Okay. Do you think you've ever kissed her?
After graduation, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then here's another one. After graduation, we decided to try things out, and it doesn't work because of life. It's not crushing. But then also in here, I guess she had sex with a boyfriend. Do you remember those days? And I guess one of her friends comes and tells you for some reason.
Yeah, I know she had a boyfriend. I don't know what all they did.
Okay, well, in the messages from you even asked her, did you think of me when you guys did? That's a question you asked her. Do you remember that?
The question of me asking her if she thought of me?
Yes. You actually said you thought of me, right? And again, I don't think that's a crime. I
don't remember that.
Okay.
So Ryan Cunningham admits to first kissing this student after graduation, and second, having really inappropriate conversations with her. The detective indicates it's not a crime. The conversation continues.
She says that you guys kissed on the stage, or behind the curtain on the stage. She says that happened. She said that happened one time.
No.
Okay. And she also said that there were some pictures that she sent you of nudity. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And she said that you responded by sending pictures.
Yes.
Okay. And she, at the time, was 18. She's a senior, but she's 18. Mm-hmm. Which, again, I think there's a loophole in the law where I'm not finding where a teacher sending an 18-year-old student is a crime, because the student is now an adult, and the student-teacher relationship has to involve sexual contact and conduct, and I've yet to find anything that says sending pictures, inappropriate pictures, involves that. So it's like the gray area of the law that the law never even thought about covering. So that's lucky for you as well. Now, her sending you pictures, obviously that would be child pornography when she does it, because she's 16, 17. Okay? But that's years ago. I don't have those pictures yet. Now I'm writing a search warrant for her Snapchat. Her Snapchat from 2021 to 2023. I'm writing that, okay? My understanding is that's where you also sent pictures to her. Is that true?
Probably looking back, yeah.
Okay.
And that was a long time
ago.
ago.
Am I going to see pictures of your genitals when I get these results? Is that what I want to see here?
Probably,
Okay. Now, again, that happening, you sending that, leads me to think that you probably kissed her one time behind the stage.
I promise you nothing happened at school.
Okay. Why would she say that?
I don't know. I don't know why she would bring all this up 5 years later, you know.
That's a very fair point. That's a very fair.
I don't know.
Okay. So, have you ever had a relationship like this with any other student?
No.
Okay, so any idea who's coming forward to me today?
No, I truly have no idea.
Okay. Because apparently, like I said, she said, okay, and just so you know, there's going to be another girl coming forward with a bunch of information, blah, blah, blah.
I truly have no idea.
Okay. So there is no one else out there?
No.
All right. What was it about that, I don't know, that got you?
She just kept bothering me. I mean, I know I was an adult and whatnot, but like, I just broke down. It was a rough time in that era, you know, like back in the, when was it, 2020?
2021 to 2023.
Yeah, that was a really rough, you know, time in my life, but that's still no excuse to do that, but...
Oh, are you married?
Yeah.
Were you married then?
No.
Okay.
No, we pushed back the wedding. We had our own stuff going on, like just with my wife's mental health, my mental health at that point. Pushed back the wedding, and then things just crumbled. And we're still together and whatnot, but...
Does she know about all this stuff?
No, she knew, like, I got followed. She knew there was a student that kept, like, trying to that, but that's it.
Okay. But she doesn't know how you participated?
No.
Okay. Does the school know that?
No, I've been open with her. I said that a problem for a while because she just kept bugging me.
No, but when the school reads stuff like, I can't wait till you graduate.
Yeah, they won't know that, but I plan on telling them.
Okay. Are you going to tell them about the pictures?
Yeah, her and I are going to talk after this.
Okay.
Now, we dropped the audio on Ryan Cunningham's wife's name. No need to put her on blast here. But you know, this had to be a difficult conversation that he was planning to have with her later on. Cunningham said they weren't married at that time, but it sounds like they were together.
We're guys. We're dumb. I'll just say we're dumb.
Yeah.
We don't. Hell, I'm 48 and I'm still not smart. But they say what a man's brain doesn't form until he's like damn near 30. You were not even 30 in this time.
Yeah.
But you know, there's something here. Who's Rocky, by the way?
My dog.
Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't tell if it was a kid or a dog.
No.
I was going with the dog. Yeah, but there's, you know, she says she wants to break up at one point, and you say why now or something to that effect. Were you and your now wife on a break at this point, or was it just bad timing?
Just bad timing.
Gotcha. Okay.
I didn't even know that we were dating.
Yeah, I mean, can we not say chats until after graduation? And that kind of thing. What I do from this point on is I basically got to type this all up. And like I said, I don't know that there's a crime here. I truly don't. Because it's, like I said, grooming didn't become a law until 2025. But that is grooming in its finest, I can tell you that. If you were doing that today, you would be getting arrested.
Yeah.
Okay? So know that, and don't fall for that anymore.
Yeah, no.
But I don't know, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think sending a picture of, you know, your to an 18-year-old is a crime, even though it's a student teacher. I don't know that that's a crime. Were you actually her teacher, her science teacher?
No, I wasn't, no.
Okay. Never?
Never.
Okay.
She was on the gray team, I'm on the red team.
How did you guys even ever meet and
Well,
interact?
it's like a school of 35 to 50 kids, like...
So you know every kid?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. But like I said, so I don't know that that's a crime. Now, I had the feeling that Melissa's probably not going to be happy.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to keep your job through this?
Probably not, no.
Okay.
Probably not, I mean, I wouldn't think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that part.
Ryan Cunningham definitely lost his job the same day he spoke with the detective. The school released a statement that said in part, Skyward Academy prioritizes the safety and well-being of its students. We take every available step to protect our students. Skyward Academy has cooperated fully with the criminal investigation and will continue to do so. In the interview, the detective returned to the incident they've discussed involving the student on that stage.
Whenever there's an allegation such as this, we got to present it to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor says, no crime there, or yes, there is a crime there. I will be upfront with you about the whole thing. There will never be a time where, you know, you look in the rearview mirror, there's a cop behind you, and you think, oh, I'm going to warn.
Yeah.
That was not going to happen. Okay. I will contact you. I will call you. Your number is not going to change, correct? You're going to keep the same number?
I mean, unless you think I should change it. I mean...
Does she bother you?
No.
Okay, then I would say...
Like, I've blocked every...
No, I wouldn't change it.
All right.
So I just want to make sure I can get a hold of you.
No, I mean, that's what I was going to say. If I did change it, I would call here and then...
Yeah.
Right.
I can't explain why it's happening now.
I get it.
I don't know. Typically when something like this happens and it's years later, it's, my dad or my grandpa, and when I was like 7 years old, that happened. In my 26 years, I've never had, 5 years ago, my teacher did. I've never had that. So, yeah, I don't know what spurred this on. But here we are.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't know what's coming my way later today. If that's something to note, I'll let you know.
All right.
But I got to type this up. I'll present it. Again, if you see a cop car in your rearview mirror, don't think that that's the end for it. If they decide they want to press charges on it, like they be in the prosecutor's office, if they decide there's something here, I will call you and let you know, hey man, just so you know, they said they want to move forward. Okay. Now that's
what would that entail?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't tell you because I don't know what criminal charge fits. Because I've yet to find one. If they believe that you guys kissed on the stage, I don't know if that then rises to the level. If they believe, so like I said, she says you put your hand on her thigh.
Right.
She says that happened at the table. I mean, I don't. In my mind, how can a dick be legal but a hand on the thigh maybe not?
Yeah.
So to me, the hand on the thigh, I don't see that as necessarily leading to anything.
But it did, that's why I'm confused. That didn't happen. The kiss didn't happen. I don't know.
Let me find the thing about the stage here.
Because we talked about it. I know that.
Talked about kissing?
Yeah.
There was something about the stage. And she mentioned the stage before I saw the text. Why did this relationship not happen after graduation?
I just said I was in a better place.
I mean, you can say here, I was in a bad place. Skipped over, I didn't print it out. I mean, here's one where you're talking about having sex with her, but you never did have sex with her.
Never.
And she says that as well. Like, if she was going to make up a lie to try to ruin you, she probably came in and said, we had sex.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be what she said. She said, you never did, which honestly surprised me, given everything else that she was telling me. I honestly thought that was what was coming, and it didn't happen. I'm not seeing what I thought it. I'm also not seeing the part where it talks about your dog and stuff like that. So, like I said, I did not print off everything. Just I was running out of ink. Do you have any questions for me?
You said you don't know, if I get arrested or, whatnot, because my wife works 7 to 6, and then, obviously, she doesn't get home till 7 because she, works in Blue Ash as well. And then I have my kid.
The arrest and something like this,
time frame.
We're talking months down the road, which unfortunately means that's going to be in your head for months. But it wouldn't be anything that happens today, tomorrow, next week, because the justice system moves slow. But what it would be is, I type it up, it gets presented, and I still got to wait for the Snapchat stuff to come out. Snapchat takes probably 2-3 weeks.
Several weeks passed, and the prosecutors made up their mind about Ryan Cunningham. A grand jury indicted him on 3 counts of sexual battery, pandering obscenity involving a minor, and disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. He was picked up by police and booked into the jail. You can see a corrections officer searching him at the wall. Ryan Cunningham pleaded not guilty to all of the charges. He posted a $10,000 bond. He's on electronic monitoring, and he's allowed to leave his home during work hours. Now take a listen to this. This is likely part of what got him indicted.
Like I said, I got to see if sending to an 18-year-old student is a crime. I have yet to find that it is. I have to see if putting a hand on the thigh is a crime. Kissing on the stage. And here's what I saw, by the way. Here's one of the things. There were multiple things here. This is you talking. I think we both have nonstop thought of each other, am I right? And nonstop think about the stage, or that might just be me. But like I said way back, I think eventually after graduation, we owe it to actually experience it without being afraid of being walked in on. Kissing, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes it sound like you kissed on stage. I'm just telling you.
No, yeah. I mean, the plan was to, but we never did.
Okay. Well, she says you did.
Right.
I'll tell you that.
Right.
She also, like I said, says that you touched her thigh.
Yeah.
Ryan Cunningham will be back in court at the end of June, and we'll let you know what happens. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.